Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So this is great from Plan Marcus here on Twitter. Check out this meme here. Bitcoin noob in 2021. Yeah, you know what? This is exactly what it feels like, I'm sure, for a lot of people that just got into the market within the last, I would even say within the last 3 months, maybe longer. The market's feeling a bit of a shakeout right now. I've got Bitcoin here on the daily. And guys, this was bound to happen. If any of you guys are surprised at this, I don't know what you've been learning over the last several months being in the crypto space. Volatility is the name of the game. This has been one of the more dramatic swings that we've seen. If I bring up the XRP chart, as you guys can see, a very dramatic swing to the downside. But all is not lost. I do still have faith in cryptocurrency prices, XRP price, Bitcoin price even. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Blockchain backer over here saying, the best part about all of this happening so quickly is it'll be over faster. Jungle Link down here responding, way better than a slow bleeding death. Get over it and let's move on. XRP Mommy saying, Mommy bought the dip, going to buy again end of the month. F fiat stack drops. And Chris Boswell still not getting it. Holy F, someone please tell me how this is a good thing. Jungle Link trying to explain here. It has to happen. Would you rather spread the suffering over weeks or months or just get over it? And what he is suggesting, I know Jungle, he has been in the space for a while, is that these price swings are bound to happen. They have to happen for a healthy market. I've been saying this on my channel as well. We have to see these price retractions in order to keep moving forward. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's par for the course. Now, how many of you wanted XRP to go below $1 and buy the crap out of it? Are you following through? This coming from XRPCRYPTOWOLF. Very, very good question. There are a lot of people on Twitter, big talk, no follow through, no action, super scared, sold all their XRP at 90 cents, and you don't hear from them ever again. Tipsy Tiger here saying, no, all this buy the dip crap. I bought far lower, and I hear so many old-time XRP hodlers saying I'm buying the dips. I'm like, WTF, you have had years to buy the crap out of XRP. You know what? That is a very enlightening comment, Tipsy Tiger. Buying the dip now for anybody who was in this market in the 20s, I'm not buying this. I don't need to buy this. I have my bags packed. I'm ready to go. Maybe for some people who just got into the space off the hype, and this is why people say buy the dip, because generally what happens, people get into the space after the hype, after XRP price is already rallied. So, if you got in the 50s and you saw XRP go up to almost $2, maybe this is a dip that you would be interested in buying, because if you got in here, chances are your position is not as large as if you had, been analyzing this market for several years and buying on the way down. I have cost averaged my stacks out at about 21.201, so just a little over 20 cents. So right now, I'm looking at this. I'm not buying any dips. Some people are worried, though, because we've been getting this type of news. Biden eyeing tax rate as high as 43.4% in the next economic package. So President Joe Biden will propose almost doubling the capital gains tax rate for wealthy individuals to 39.6% to help pay for the raft of social spending that addresses longstanding inequality, according to people familiar with the proposal. For those earning $1 million or more, the new top rate, coupled with an existing surtax on investment income, means that federal tax rates for wealthy investors could be as high as 43.4%. The new marginal 39.6% rate would be an increase from the current base rate of 20%, the people said, on the condition of anonymity because the plan is not public yet. So what do people do? They get worried. They sell their crypto. Well, if you sell your crypto, you're definitely going to be paying taxes. HODLing your crypto will prevent you from paying taxes. Just saying. Now, okay, let's get back into this because the price is what's on everybody's mind. Let's take a look at the crypto market first. So you guys can see for the first time in a while, the crypto market is now below $2 trillion. Bitcoin dominance, though, still in and around that 50% mark. Bitcoin for the first time in a while down below $50,000 right now, trading at $49,400, down about 9%. Ethereum down to about $2,200, down 8%. Binance Coin down to about $500, down 9%. XRP down to $111, down 14.5%. And you guys can see here just a sea of red in the crypto space. So it is it doesn't have anything to do with any particular coin, of course. It is just, the market sentiment right now, it isn't as positive as it was a few weeks ago. Let's get back to Bitcoin for a second, then we're going to talk about XRP price. So I can see how this can look a little scary, right? Bitcoin has come down. How much has it come down right now? We are seeing a Bitcoin retracement of about, right now it's sitting about 24% down. If we take into account the full swing, it was down about 26.8%. So this is still not too bad considering the kinds of price swings, the volatility, for example, that we saw in the bull run of 2017, 2018. So when I zoom out on the chart, and you guys can see the bull run of 2017, 2018 over here, just take any one of these corrections here. You can see this type of correction here, this kind of retracement. We saw Bitcoin retracing 40%, okay? And yet it still did make new highs. And, this was in and around September of 2017. We still had several months of a Bitcoin bull rally before it reached its all-time high of about $20,000. What else should we note about these historical corrections? So this is the correction, the 40% correction from back in 2017. Take a look at this, guys. So if you take a look at how deep these things retraced, you guys can see if I put a line there, let me get rid of that. You guys can see this retrace down 40%. Of course, it is back testing the former high before it continued making its way up. So that 40% correction, back testing this high before making its way up. This is textbook technical analysis. So again, we shouldn't be worried about this. Where are we today? Focusing in on today's chart pattern, again, as I mentioned, we're down only 26%. And what would be the equivalent of what we've seen in the past for Bitcoin? Well, we would be going down roughly about 35%. And the reason I say 35 and not 40 is because in this circumstance, this back test would bring us to this top here. This would not be unusual. Bitcoin would come down here, back test this level before moving back up. And I know this doesn't feel great. I mean, don't get me wrong. Psychologically, I'm sure this feels terrible for a lot of people. All I'm saying is you have to be prepared for this kind of thing in order to, make it to the top, cash out your profits. You have a plan, so anything that's going to happen in the meantime should not really scare you. Just look to the past. We know we've seen this kind of volatility in the past. And so, again, Bitcoin, the heart of the market, you shouldn't be worried about this. This is par for the course. We need a big retracement for Bitcoin because up until now, we really haven't seen these large price swings. I mean, I guess one of the bigger ones was back here when we saw a roughly 32% correction back in January. And so since then, we really haven't seen too much to the downside. And now we're experiencing it. Even if it was around 40%, that kind of thing should not scare us. And so what about XRP, guys? Now, first of all, take a look at this daily candlestick for XRP. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. This daily candlestick, look at the size of that wick, okay? This is a very bullish, bearish candlestick, if I may say. It's a bullish red candlestick, which means a lot of volume down here, all right? Long wick, small body, short tail. This means that price really tested. It really went downward and couldn't find support down here. And sellers just gobbled up all this XRP. And now price is hovering in and around here. So at this low, for perspective, it was about 85 cents. And right now, this daily candlestick is hovering at about $1.12. All right, if I put it on the hourly, you might be able to see that a little better, right? Support down here. You can see the support down here. And sure enough, we are seeing that move up. So it went from the daily to the hourly, and clearly on the hourly, you guys can see that, right? More green bars up here, more positive momentum. I think it's a lot clearer to look at this on the hourly, but if we put it on the daily, you guys can see that is the equivalent of a very bullish, bearish candlestick, if you're following me. I hope I'm not being too confusing. Let's look at something else. What else has happened? Well, we did reach this price, and this is the Poloniex chart, guys. It's going to look a little different on different charts. This is what XRP came down to, about 85.5 cents. And sure enough, what is that backtesting? Well, almost backtesting this level that we saw back in November of 2020. Tried to reach it again in February of 2021. And sure enough, that was also roughly the level that we saw back in September 2018, so that 85-90 cent mark. Of course, it does come smack dab into this level over here of resistance that we saw back in April of 2018. But this is a key level, and it does look different on different charts. I just wanted to mention that because that is the level of new level of support that we are eyeing on the XRP chart. Old resistance becomes new support. What else have we noticed here? Okay, now I have the XRP Bitstamp chart up here. Let's go in, let's zoom in, let's take a look at this one more time. And you guys can see XRP did correct roughly 53%. So you're thinking to yourself, right, if I bought at $2 and 50% of my gains were gone, boom, just like that. That's a lot of money, right? If you put in $1,000 and now all you have is $500 from just a few days ago, that wouldn't seem too great, would it? So is this normal for XRP? Have we seen this kind of fluctuation in the past? Well, yes. The short answer is yes, and so let's talk about this. I know we've talked about this before on this channel, and I'm sure some of you guys watch the Blockchain Backer, where he takes this fractal to kind of gauge where XRP price will go next. Well, let's take a look at that fractal pattern from back in 2017. If we take a look at XRP price from way back when, we can see that back in March of 2017, XRP was under a penny, okay? It was trading at about 0.006 and rallied up all the way to about 7 cents within a couple of weeks. And then what did we see from there, right? XRP dumped from 7 cents all the way down to about 2.5 cents, and then finally kind of found some support in and around here, was trading anywhere between 2.5 and 3.5 cents before really kind of shooting to the upside, right? When we saw this mid-year altcoin rally, XRP finally moving up to 40 cents. But let's take a look at this for a second. So what was the kind of volatility we saw back in 2017? Well, XRP corrected 64%. 64% on one move before shooting to the upside. We take a look at today's trend, and you know, when we see 53.8%, we're thinking to ourselves, okay, maybe that is par for the course then, you know? If we've seen XRP fluctuate this much in the past, this should be par for the course. And so just to give you guys some reference on price fluctuations, in 2017, XRP went from about 7 cents to about 0.069, and a correction of 64% brought it down to about 2.5 cents. So it went from about 7 to 2.5 cents. Now you're thinking to yourself, that's about a 5 cent difference. Yeah, but it's a 64% correction. So you got to think to yourself, it's all relative. And to put that into perspective, what that would mean today is the equivalent of this. What did I say, about 7 cents? Well, let's say you bought XRP at 70 cents and it went all the way down to, what did I say, 2.5 cents? Let's say it went all the way down to about 25 cents. That is the same kind of correction, about a 63-64% correction. So guys, to put things into perspective, that would be like buying XRP after this rally up back in November of 2020, buying XRP up here. The SEC lawsuit happens, and just remember back to this time, guys. How did you guys feel after that SEC lawsuit when you bought XRP at, let's say, inter-year high at that time, which was 70 cents, and then the SEC lawsuit was announced, XRP drops down to 25 cents. That is literally the equivalent of what happened back in 2017 price-wise, percentage-wise, and so you got to put yourself in those shoes, right? If you were this person buying at 70 cents, XRP goes down to 25 cents. This is the same type of correction, so channel your emotions. This is how it feels. It felt, at least, back in 2017. And what's worse is back in 2017, there was no SEC lawsuit to give rhyme or reason to this correction. So again, it's a very, very fragile, very, very volatile market. We just have to be prepared for these swings. Another thing I just wanted to bring to your attention here, and let me get rid of some of this on the chart just to kind of clean that up a little. And just going to take that away. Getting back to this fractal pattern, let's put this fractal right here on this chart here. And so let me zoom down a little bit just to give you guys a sense of, so I'm just lining up the bottom here, the bottom of the fractal to the bottom of this trend. And you guys can see the top, and we've done this before on this channel, the top lines up quite nicely with that. And now look at where this bottom is going, lines up very, very closely to the bottom of that fractal pattern. So it looks as though this is the base. On this chart here, it's about 91 cents. On the last chart we looked at, it's about 85 cents. It's going to be different on different charts just based on what XRP was flowing through that exchange at that particular time. So something to pay attention to as well. Also, guys, if I throw a Fibonacci on this chart here, you guys can see, whoops, here, let me throw that on there. right? You guys can see how close we are to these levels. So let me zoom in here now and show you guys we are very, very close. So we are retracing here, back testing this level down here, and sure enough, that level is being back tested. Of course, there's a bit of a plus minus on the different charts if you take a look, but everything seems to be working out as planned. These huge fluctuations are par for the course. Don't be rattled. Of course, we have heard of targets for XRP anywhere between $10 to $13. Conservatively, this is likely, hopefully, where we could see XRP finally rally to by the end of this cycle. And just to put things into perspective, let me bring this up for you guys. This is from JC Collins. I saw this on Twitter. Someone needs to hear this right now, especially if you're new to crypto. No one knows what this market will do, least of all anonymous online personalities. Crypto is a new asset class and is going through dramatic birth pains. There will be more, but understand that there are varying levels of crypto as well. Some are designed for institutional use, while others are for pure speculation and fun. All want to be taken serious, not all will be. And there is everything in between. We are moving through this total speculation phase of the market and into a utility-based consumer and institutional-based market. This will change the market dramatically. The Wild West days of crypto will come to an end, so position yourself wisely for the future, but have some fun along the way. After all, it is crypto, but temper the get-rich-overnight expectations and play the long game. If it's shorter, then fantastic. You are here, and that means you are an early pioneer of the future. This will change the world. You will help change the world and establish a solid financial foundation for your future and the future of those you love. All at the same time, learn from the tempered ones, the ones who aren't loud but sure, the ones who have their integrity and credibility on the line. Learn what they offer and think on things for yourself. Remain humble and strong, not loud and weak. Understand the assets and their use cases. See the future, the vision. Fools chase gold. Wisdom observes the evolving paths into the future. Walk the right one and you will know riches. For now, sell, hold, trade, dance in the street or the gutter. The choice is yours, but this market is evolving, becoming. There will be red days and there will be green days, but the long-term vision is where the true gold will be found. That true alchemical gold that can only be found within, not without. This journey is not for all, and some will never start, while others will be lost along the way. This is not decided for you. This choice is yours. Don't panic and remain vigilant, in control. Wishing you all the best from JC Collins. And, I think a lot of newbies, a lot will go. Some will stay in the crypto space for the long term. They will see the value behind certain cryptocurrencies. They will pick favorites. They might cash out some, HODL a portion. Of course, everybody's got to have their own strategy. What I know is there's a spec market and real world utility. I'm playing both sides. I've got my XRP ready for my targets. But tell me down in the comments what your plans are. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.